The title of our next talk is A New Plant Genus from a Cabinet of Curiosities by Emily, and I'm going to let you pronounce your last name so I don't screw it up.
Emily Magnaghi.
Thank you. So thank you for coming today. I'm Emily Magnaghi, a botany curatorial assistant at the California Academy of Sciences in San Francisco, sorry. This is my first spinach meeting, and I've been really excited to be here. So the story behind naming this specimen shown in the middle is indicative of why natural history museums and their collections are so important. This specimen has a great story and showcases the importance of botanical collections, plant family specialists, and collaborations between national and international institutions. Our story begins in 1998 when one of our curators, Frank Almeida, assisted with going through a former colleague's specimens in the U.S. National Herbarium at the Smithsonian. While sorting through the material, Frank spotted a strange princess flower in the Melastomataceae family from Brazil, identified as an unknown Achysanthera species, which he knew was not a correct determination as it was too different from other species in the genus. So he decided to send 5 sheets of this material on loan back to Cal Academy to continue working it out. He had it illustrated, pulled it out every now and then to ponder what in the world it was, and tentatively gave it the name Brasilianthus, thinking that it may be a new genus, but he still didn't have enough information. Fast forward 11 years to 2009, when one of Frank's former graduate students was working in Brazil and met with a botanist there, Pedro Viana, at the Musée Parense Emilio Geldi in Belém, where he saw a specimen of an unusual melastome that he had never seen before. He immediately contacted Frank to tell him about it, and Frank sent him an illustration he had made years before for verification, and it was indeed the same plant. The student's advisor at New York Botanic Gardens, Fabian Michelangeli, became interested in this problem as well, and so he and Frank decided to work on figuring it out together with Pedro in Brazil. After many hours in the field collecting material and in the lab looking at morphological characters, sequencing DNA, interpreting results, and writing a paper, they published this new genus, Brasilianthus, and it just has one species, Brasilianthus carahensis. It's an annual plant in the princess flower family, and it is known only from the Carajas mineral province in the southern portion of Pará state in Brazil, where it's restricted to a threatened vegetation community of montane savanna, which is called Campo Rupestre. And this habitat occurs on iron ore outcrops, or canga, which form island-like lenses that are nestled within the Amazon rainforest. And you can see the habitat shots over there. This work prompted more field trips to this unique canga area in Brazil for a closer look at the other inhabitants of the habitat, revealing more than 25 new plant species overall and another new genus in the coffee family, Rubiaceae. And this is all within the plant kingdom alone. Many other new species are being described in other disciplines, such as entomology. Brasilianthus is important because it's a whole new genus of flowering plants. And it's an indicator of these iron ore deposits in the highly restricted landscape of only 200 square kilometers within the Brazilian rainforest. And this area is impacted by mining operations because of the iron and needs to be preserved due to this high endemism. As I mentioned earlier, this is so far only one species in the genus, and interestingly, the information obtained from the study of this specimen placed Brasilianthus into the Melastomataceae family tree among 2 other monotypic genera. So this is helping botanists understand the family relationships better. The work is critical to science in several ways. Systematically, it's a whole new genus that has been described and adds to our knowledge of the tree of life. Biogeographically, it shows speciation on what is considered an old climatically buffered infertile landscape, as opposed to speciation occurring on a more recently derived geological substrate such as the Andes Mountains. And ecologically, it's a critical component of conservation efforts in an environment threatened by mining. Currently, the mining operation has a conservation plan and their own biology team, and they're working with local botanists on sustainability measures. I hope the story reminds you all of the precious gems we have in our collections, and you never know when a new species or a new genus will be uncovered in our cabinets. Thank you.